Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial slash first impressions on the new-ish Jackie AINA X ABH palette. So I actually didn't receive this, but this is like the PR package. I actually bought the PR package type of deal thing on Anastasia's website, and this is what it looks like, and this like holographic is super nice. I'm really excited to try the palette. I know I've said this like on my Instagram that I was gonna try the palette, but I've just been like really I don't know, kind of like in a funk, and I went through some things over the past couple of weeks, so I wasn't really in the filming mood, and I know I've been kind of like lacking on my uploads, but it's all because of personal issues, and maybe I'll touch on that with you guys in future videos. But right now the subject's a little bit touchy, so I don't really want to get into it, but I'm finally doing the tutorial for you guys because I just feel better now and I feel like I could do it. I'm really excited to try this palette. I don't know what look I'm gonna go for using this palette. It is a very nice color story. When I saw the palette, I was just like, wow, it's super pretty. I don't know, I feel like I don't have a Twitter, but I heard that people weren't really too happy with it. Like some people were kind of hating on it, which I really don't understand. I think people just want to complain about everything, and that's just how people are nowadays. But I think the palette looks really nice. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you have not. Without further ado, let's get into this eyeshadow palette. So this is the palette itself. It's super pretty. Like I said, this outside packaging is really nice. It's like a faux leather type of moment. It looks really pretty. The holographic, again, super cute. Sorry, I don't know why my face is like so red right here. I don't know if I got sunburn or what. It's so red. It looks really pretty. Like I said, I'm gonna open up the palette. I don't know if I'm gonna swatch shades because I don't really care for swatches that much, only because, oh, the brush fell out. I worry more about how the palette works. The swatches isn't really something that I worry about. Like I said, it's not a big deal to me. So this is the palette itself. So the palette comes with 14 shades, which is obviously the standard Anastasia palette. It looks very, like I said, a standard Anastasia palette. The colors are gorgeous. Honestly, that purple is so pretty. Probably dip into that, honestly. It's so gorgeous. But yeah, a lot of shimmers in this palette. You have like a satin type of sheer type of shade right here. It's just really pretty. I really can't wait to play with this. I don't even know what type of look I'm gonna go for, but I'm gonna see what I come up with. So I already have my eyes prepped and primed, like how I always prime my lids. I just use my Tarte Shape Tape. That's like what I always use. I don't use anything else, just my Tarte Shape Tape. So I'm actually not gonna set my lid or anything. I'm just gonna go straight into the palette. So I think I'm gonna start off. I think I do want to gear a little bit to the purpley tone. So I'm gonna take the shade Big Wig, which is this shade right here. And excuse again my nails, I have not had time to get them done. So they look really dusted and crusted. So this is I dip my eyeshadow brush into the pan, and this is what it looks like so far. So a little bit kickbacky, but usually normal for Anastasia shadows. And again, like I've said in the past, I don't mind the kickback as long as the shadows work for me. That's all I really care about. So I'm gonna take my Morphe M434, and I'm gonna take the shade Big Wig, and let me just tap off. I didn't set my concealer, by the way. Get the shade Big Wig, and I'm gonna go directly into my crease. I just tap it on. I have to go at my baby, and if you hear her rustling in the back, it's her. So I'm gonna just stamp this shade on. So right off the bat, I feel like the pigment is okay. I definitely feel like I do need to build it up. And considering my base is tacky, I kind of expected it to pack a little bit more of a punch. I'm gonna put it in my crease, and I'm making my eye shape a little bit rounded, kind of like how I did in the Kylie video, the recent Kylie video I did. because I really liked how the look came out. So I think I'm gonna do something similar, but obviously not using the Kylie palette. Next, I'm gonna take a fluffier brush, and I'm actually gonna dip into the shade Edges, which is this orangey, burnt orangey shade. I wouldn't say it's super burnt orange, but around those lines. And I'm just gonna take that on an M433 by Morphe and kind of run it literally across these edges of the Big Wig shade. And dip into the shade Ginger, which is this lighter tannish shade. I'm just gonna really hit close to like the brow bone area and stuff like that. I don't mind having my shadows go all the way up. I think it just looks better that way for me personally. Not every eye shape is able to, you know, have this type of eyeshadow look, but for me it works. If you have smaller eyes, I wouldn't recommend this, only because it's gonna look too heavy on your eye. So if you have a bigger eyelid space, and go for it, but if not, then don't even try it. I'm actually going to take a fluffy brush, a smaller fluffy brush. This is an M506, and I'm going to dip into the Big Wig shade and deepen it up into the crease. I really like this brush by Morphe, the M506. I think it works really good to get into the crease. If you have brown eyes, the colors that bring out your eyes the most are purples and oranges, which is why I like using oranges and like warm tones a lot, because I feel like it brings out my eyes really well. And I know some people are like tired of neutral looks and like stuff like that, but I think honestly just work with what is comfortable for you and what you feel most comfortable in. I don't think neutrals are, I honestly love watching neutral looks, and I feel like people love it too, because that's honestly realistic for a lot of people. A lot of people can't just whip out like a rainbow eye, and you know what I mean? I feel like people like seeing it for sure, but it's not a realistic everyday look. And that's just being facts, speaking facts, because I know people, oh, like, I watch a lot of YouTube channels and a lot of beauty gurus and stuff, and people always get on them for always doing a neutral eye, but at the end of the day, you don't see regular people every day on the streets wearing a rainbow cut crease type of thing. They wear neutral eyeshadows because that's what works the best on a lot of people. And honestly, I think it looks, neutrals and stuff look pretty on everybody. So I'm going to take the fluffy brush again. I'm actually going to dip into the shade Edges and Ginger together and kind of just buff these corners again. It's a lot of back and forth, I feel, when I do this method, like the tacky base method, which is why I don't prefer it, but I do like how it makes my shadows look. So I think that looks pretty good so far. This is definitely a more dramatic look. Some of the shadow, I feel like it's okay, the blending, but it is a little bit patchy. I think the purple shade is the patchy one. But I think a lot of, usually, and I'm not trying to be like, oh my god, like, forgiving here, but usually darker shades are a little bit more on the patchier side. So then I'm going to cut my crease, and I'm actually going to just do this off of camera because my baby is trying to get fussy, I think, and she wants to go to sleep. Oh my god, I think she pooped. Ugh. She actually went to the bathroom, so I need to change her anyway. To finish cutting my crease, I'm going to go in with one of the shimmers now. I'm not sure what shimmer I want to use. I'm really looking at the shade Dwellers. That one's super pretty. Ooh, the shade Trust Issues is actually really pretty, so I think I'm gonna go in with that shade. I'm gonna use my finger, and I'm gonna go in with the shade Trust Issues right here. I think they literally just called me for massage envy, because my boyfriend and I have a oh, this is Trust Issues, by the way, but my boyfriend and I have a couples massage tomorrow. And let me tell you guys a story. I was literally, so I made the appointment like probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, I would say. And I made the appointment with this girl on the phone, and she literally like tried to finesse my freaking thing. I'm obviously not gonna say any names, I'm not gonna say any location, But, by the way, I'm going with the flat brush. This is a Sigma E58. Just to pack the shade, get it closer to the crease. But anyways, they called me, so I made my appointment or whatever, and then they called me the same day later on, and they're like, oh, like, we're just wondering if like you could switch your facial appointment, which I never get facials at Massage Envy. Well, I used to, but not anymore because I go somewhere else. But they're like, oh, we're wondering if you could switch your facial appointment for today later on at, instead of like 5 p.m. do it for another time. And it was a location that called me that I never go to that location like ever in my life, because it's not even like remotely, well, it is close to me, but it's not like I'm not driving 30 minutes when there's a like 15 minutes away from my house. So they were like, she's like, oh, well, we just want to come, we want to see if like you could come a little bit, I forgot what she said, a little bit later or whatever. And I was just like, I actually don't have an appointment with you guys scheduled for today. I was like, I don't even go to your location. I never had scheduled the appointment. And so my theory is that like, because I have a lot of hours, I have a membership at Massage Envy, but I have a lot of hours because I never go. Like, I just don't go because I go to like, I don't know if you guys have heard of Burke Williams, but it's a really, really nice spa. And like, I've just been going there more. And even when I had my membership to Massage Envy, it was just something where, I don't know, like I would kind of just like forget about it. So I have a theory. It was the girl that booked my appointment because I had so many hours of service. So when you have a membership at Massage Envy, you kind of accumulate hours. If you don't, I think like, I forgot what the deal is with them, but like every month you have like a certain amount of hours or points or whatever the case is. And then if you don't go, obviously it just accumulates and you can just have them like saved to your account. And so that was my situation. So before I hung up the phone with making the appointment, I asked the girl, I was like, hey, like how many hours do I have? Like, I just want to know. And she's like, oh, you have this much, which was a pretty big amount. Then I feel like it was her, the one that did my appointment. I feel like she tried to finesse and use some of my points because she used my name literally and tried to make an appointment. But thank God they canceled. They called me to see if I could switch, because like if not, then she would have used up my points for her little facial. Or she would have, I mean, obviously not all my points, but still she would have used some of my points. And it's like, girl, you work there. Like, I'm pretty sure you could get a freaking discount. So I'm taking a small brush. This is a JH42. I'm dipping into Big Wig and just kind of detailing out the crease a little bit more, just so it has more dimension. It's not so flat. I think I'm gonna pop on a wing liner. I did have the Anastasia wing liner. I purchased it, but it literally disappeared, like from my desk. Like, I don't know where it went. So I'm gonna take my Kylie liner. This is the pencil liquid eyeliner she has. Like I said, I don't really like the Kylie one because it's not super pigmented. Do the other eye really quick and I'll be right back, and then I'll do my face. I don't know if I'm gonna do my face on camera today. Probably not, because I'm just trying to focus on the palette, but I'll be back to do my lower lash line. So I'm back now. I know I look really ghostly because I haven't done any of like my bronzing and stuff like that, but I'm gonna do the under eye really quickly. I think I'm gonna pop this ColourPop cream gel liner. This is in the shade Piggy Bank. I think I'm gonna pop down the waterline because this purple is really, really cute. And these ColourPop liners are actually really nice. I tightlined my upper lash line with the black one. So I think I'm gonna put this on my waterline. I was either debating this or a nude, but I think this will look really cute. Take a flat definer brush. I'm gonna take the shade Big Wig, which is that purple shade, and run it really, really close to the waterline. I'm just snapping it across. I'm actually not using my normal foundation today. I'm using the Pat McGrath foundation. I used it the other day and I really liked how it looked. It lasted me all day. And I don't think it's supposed to be, they didn't market it as a full coverage foundation, but it does seem pretty full coverage. But what I did, I literally put it on my fingers and rubbed it on, and then I took a sponge, kind of evened everything out, and I think that helped me a lot with the coverage. I think if I just went in with the sponge, it wouldn't have given me as much coverage. Now I'm going to take a small brush. This is an E36 by Morphe, and I'm going to take the shade Edges mixed with Ginger and run that across the lower lash line. It's really pretty. So I'm actually going to do everything else off the camera, and I'll be back with my final form and with my final thoughts on the palette. So this is my final look on the palette, and the lashes I'm wearing are the Lash Bar LA lashes in the style Craze, which it's my first time using these lashes, but they look so bomb. I think the palette worked out really well. I think it's really, like I said, the colors were really pretty and really universal, I would say. I think everybody can use the palette. Again, more on the neutral side. But yeah, I think the palette worked out really, really good. I definitely recommend the palette. Definitely a 10 out of 10 in my book. And yeah, I think it was great. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like this video, comment down below what your thoughts are on this look and what your thoughts are on the palette. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not, and ring the notification bell so you're notified when I post my next video. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Say bye.